dad was just of that generation, where it's just like, he was Clint Eastwood, less is more, simple.
What happens when a celebrity's carefully crafted persona starts to collapse in real time? Blake Lively is learning that lesson the hard way. In a stunning courtroom revelation, Justin Baldoni dropped a truth bomb that rocked the entertainment world. Once adored as Hollywood's golden girl, Blake now finds herself neck-deep in a controversy more intense than any role she's ever played. Want to know what left her visibly shaken in front of the judge? We've uncovered every explosive twist you won't want to miss.
Characterization of the behavior. These are all 3 takes of the filmed sequence, and saying that both actors are clearly behaving well within the scope of the scene and with mutual respect and professionalism. This is the scene as written in the script, and now here we are. Here's the raw footage. Again, I am gonna have to start and stop it just for my own sake of fair use commentary. I don't want anybody, Blake Lively's team, Sony, somebody coming at us. This has now become a legal matter. This footage has now been shared by his legal counsel. We need to break it down. So here it is.
And I felt it there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
So even she in the beginning of this, she's beginning the conversation. Listen, watch the subtitles. I think it's imperative to see who's starting this.
Victor 40, take one.
And I felt it there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay, ready, everyone? Talking at the bar, something's on the screen.
And can you give us a couple cues of like this score? Just so everyone else around us is having a moment.
But is it as rambunctious as it was earlier on?
No, it's never gonna be because we're in slow-mo, but just they're watching, people are watching games. We see some, just some hands and things like that. Yeah, thank you.
Ready.
So far, so good.
Everybody good? And playback.
There's gonna be music here. Again, I'm gonna try my best. I have to start and stop this a lot because again, they're gonna try to shut this video down, so apologies. I know. Andy, shut up! Here we go. Other people in the background are being blurred. I think we have to back up. I think the light is behind you a little bit. That doesn't sound like she's in character. Does it sound like she's in character to you? Sounds like the immediate start of this scene is Blake Lively being Blake Lively directing the scene.
It's a little better when it's behind me.
Oh.
Look at, she's trying to change it. Well, actually, I want the light behind me. He's the director. Okay.
I'll make you so sure about it.
They score!
God only knows what I'd be without you.
Like, very respectful so far, I gotta be honest. He's reaching in. He's not even being aggressive in it. She's pulling back a little bit there. Okay, go back to where? Inaudible. Giggles. They chuckle together, both just... They scored again. They're just making sure the crew is watching the game, so they're not watching the game is the key here. Nothing seems inappropriate at all. He's just getting close to her, and they have a nice romantic song.
We should be talking.
I think we should be talking.
Romantic if we're like...
I think it's more romantic. She clearly doesn't want to be there. I'm getting that vibe. I'm not going to blame that, but maybe she doesn't. I don't know what happened before this scene. I don't know. I think it's more romantic. Yeah, well, the whole montage is us talking. You kiss and you give them a thing they want to see. You know what I mean? You should just feel like we're almost kissing, but we're still talking. She's trying to take over. She's like, no, I want to do it this way. You can tell the creative differences are so clear.
you can butt in.
Yeah. You can butt in. She's like, hi, come dance here because I don't want to dance with them. I gotta. She's being annoying. He's trying to do a romantic. This is about them falling in love. Whether they like each other or not, it's called acting. And they got to get in there and they got to act. I don't see anything he's done that's inappropriate. Let's just see. Let's see this.
So what good would live to me?
Okay, no words. No words spoken. She is agreeing, though. She's now doing the non-talking, and one could say they got it. But I don't see this weird, inappropriate behavior that she's alleging him of speaking out of character.
Score? Can we do a score? Couple scores?
Couple scores?
While we're yeah, great.
Scores as in the game. And they score, yay. Which is, I like, and I just got lost. No, I think it's more romantic. Yeah.
We have no idea talking.
Then when you're like, they're saying, yeah, and you're like, what are they saying?
You'll never know in slow motion.
You'll never know in slow motion.
You're never gonna find
You must know. You're never gonna find out what they're talking about.
And they win!
No, you would.
Oh my gosh, we don't shut up.
And Emily and I have like, we have this.
Remember when Blake Lively reigned as Hollywood's untouchable sweetheart? The actress who seemingly had it all? A dream romance, a thriving career, and a flawless public image? Well, that picture-perfect life may be unraveling. Let's rewind. The story and trace how everything began to shift. Not long ago, Blake appeared to be living the dream. Married to Ryan Reynolds, raising beautiful kids, booking hit roles left and right, her life looked like a modern-day fairy tale. Together, Blake and Ryan were the internet's favorite duo, their charming online banter and red carpet. Perfection gave fans hope that real love stories still existed, but Hollywood rarely lets illusions stay intact for long. Quiet murmurs began circling among insiders, subtle signs that all might not be well. At first, it was easy to brush off. Gossip comes and goes in this town. But then, even fans noticed something was different. Blake was no longer a regular presence in public life. Those glamorous events, she stopped attending. Those personal snapshots and playful captions, they vanished. The once vibrant star began retreating from view. And then came the eerie quiet. No new photos, no press features, and barely a word online. Gone were the couple's endearing selfies and Ryan's usual witty commentary. It felt like their public presence had flatlined. And in Hollywood, when someone goes quiet, people start paying attention. That's when Justin Baldoni's name started to surface. Yes, that Justin. At first, it seemed innocent to celebrities. In the same circles, possibly collaborating. But whispers of a behind-the-scenes rift between Blake and Justin began snowballing into something more intense. This wasn't just ego or artistic conflict. Rumors hinted at something more calculated, perhaps a brewing rivalry or even something legally significant. With mounting speculation, fans and tabloids began connecting dots. Was Blake's absence related to trouble in her marriage? Was there more to her silence than just privacy? With no answers, the mystery only grew. Then came the shocker, a legal case involving both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Yes, you read that right, court. This wasn't Hollywood hearsay or a publicity stunt. This was a real legal dispute, serious enough to be addressed by a judge. The reveal sent a jolt through the entertainment world. Blake Lively, the polished, composed star known for staying above scandal, was suddenly a central figure in a legal showdown. For longtime fans and industry pros alike, the news felt surreal. This was Blake, witty, graceful, beloved, and yet she wasn't on a movie. Set this time, she was heading to court. As the trial date approached, speculation reached a breaking point. What was the conflict? What secrets might come out? Every outlet raced to report on theories, digging for any hint of the truth. The internet exploded. With speculation, Hollywood can turn in an instant. One moment, you're America's favorite. The next, you're the subject of media storms and legal chaos. Blake's fall from the pedestal shows just how delicate fame really is, how fast the tides of public opinion can shift. Can she pull through the firestorm? Or will it consume the image she worked so hard to build? The clock is ticking, and the entire world is watching.
After like 5 minutes. it's like, I think you would find it terrifying. We just literally hit each other, and like
When I
time
found a sociopath.
and time stops.
Yeah.
But like, that's just how it's been for us.
I mean, he did not mention the full context because she said that. Well, they're both speaking out of context here. Let's call it what it is. She's saying that after you would be terrified of us.
In the beginning.
No, we're like, oh my god, there's
And they score again.
No. It's like, oh my god, I forgot to tell you something else.
No, I think that's cute. You guys are really cute.
I think it's more than cute.
They won the Stanley Cup.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then let's just do one almost like super close.
Yeah.
Can you guys frame up on the Sebastian on you? We'll just do like a.
But again,
our lips
super
are right next to each
respectful.
other.
Even like I know you guys talk a lot,
But I think it's
which
just
she didn't doubt. I think I should start talking.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Okay, yeah, finally. He's like, fine,
give it
do
to
your
him.
talking.
They want it. Don't give it to
They
them.
score.
Just
Right.
keep restraint.
Yeah.
Score.
Just do a little bit of restraint.
Right, come on back.
She's directing this.
And the couple by the bar walk towards us, cross. What is that? No, your name, sorry. Ponytail lady.
And then
Cross this way. Cross this way. Take your day and cross this way.
Literally, she's directing the scene. And I'm not saying she's poor at it. I'm just saying she's not the director. This is the argument he's made, and I gotta say, she's proving that.
so nosy.
I know. And my
noses.
and my nose is so big.
Yes. I was hoping that we could address this. It's not too late. Just gotta shut down. We gotta call an insurance month and just deal with that.
Yeah.
And then
Cut.
just kidding.
No, it's true. That's why we hired Jenny Slate too. Our nose is big.
So again, I don't see the bullying of Blake as much as Justin implied in his lawsuit. If I'm being honest, I'm calling both out.
Let's go.
So if you're like, oh, we missed some stuff.
Yeah.
They know each other better than that. She's not marrying someone she doesn't know with lots of red flags. Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh, okay, there's stuff that we don't know.
All of it.
Yeah. It feels.
Take two.
Take one step further, Catherine, please. Great, thank you.
Let's start on action. Let's just do everyone celebrated. There's a game going on. On action. Yeah. People passing.
On action, it'll just be celebration. They've just scored. Ready and lay back.
Get your head in
Lay
a
back.
second. I'll take it off like I try to kiss you.
Back around.
Great.
I know you want that.
Yeah, you know, like my hands. That fits sticker, good.
Is it
Hey, no, there's no sticker.
And they score! They score!
Okay, so there. I gotta be careful. The song's definitely gonna try to. This is all fair use. This is all part of the illegal scene here.
They score another.
Again,
Getting beard on you today.
am I getting beard on you today? I'm probably-
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
So that's the moment in question. That's the moment in question.
They score another.
If you should
I'm getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting a spray tan on you.
Smells good.
Well, it's not that. It's my body makeup.
I'm sorry, I don't see what the problem with that exchange was. Now, again, the way she wrote it, we're gonna finish, but the way she wrote it, I ask you in the chat, leave a comment down below. Do you feel like this expresses what you're seeing on screen? Because I'm watching it, I just watched it twice.
The courtroom was packed to the brim as Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni squared off in what was supposed to be just another procedural hearing. What happened next was anything but ordinary. Picture the scene, tension so thick it felt suffocating. Every gaze was locked forward, anticipation hanging in the air like static before a storm. Then, as if lifted from a screenplay, Justin's attorney stood and raised a sealed envelope. The room held its breath. You could hear the rustle of clothing, a cough in the back, the squeak of leather shoes. Something major was about to unfold. With the dramatic timing of a veteran actor, the lawyer announced they were about to present game-changing evidence that could append the entire trial. And they weren't bluffing. As soon as the envelope was mentioned, heads swiveled toward Blake. Her expression drained of color. Her lawyers whispered in a frenzy, clearly unprepared for this twist. Even the judge, who likely thought they'd seen it all, sat up straighter, curiosity written all over their face. Across the aisle, Baldoni looked completely unshaken, calm. collected. That slight smirk he wore said everything. He knew something big was coming. Then came the reveal. The envelope was opened slowly, deliberately, the tension building with every second, and then boom. The contents allegedly hinted at an affair between Blake and Justin. Yes, you read that right, an affair. The room erupted. Gasps rippled through the gallery. Porters dove for their notepads. Some attendees even craned their necks, trying to glimpse the documents for themselves. It felt less like a courtroom and more like the climax of a primetime soap. But the revelations didn't stop there. Sources close to the case claimed this wasn't just speculation or tabloid-style whispers. We're talking hard evidence, texts, audio recordings, and possibly even videos. Not vague insinuations, but detailed materials that could alter the trajectory of the entire case. Those close to the proceedings say the messages unveil a far more complex relationship than either side admitted, one teeming with mixed signals, tension, and possible coercion. Legal analysts suggest the new evidence could seriously undermine Blake's allegations. No wonder Baldoni seemed so unfazed. He likely saw this coming miles away, and naturally, the burning question now is, what exactly do those messages say? Are they flirtatious, hostile, or a confusing blend of both? And what about the voice recordings? What truths are locked inside them? If insider whispers are accurate, the material is explosive. But what's creating the biggest stir is talk of video evidences, potentially explicit tapes, reports. Suggests there might be footage so incriminating it could not only shake the legal outcome, but tear apart Blake's marriage to Ryan Reynolds. The possibility alone has Hollywood on edge. If those tapes surface publicly, the fallout would be seismic. We're talking about career damage, relationship implosions, and headlines for months. Even the judge seemed unable to hide their curiosity. As the materials were revealed, their demeanor shifted from procedural to fully engaged, asking questions, requesting clarifications. The courtroom had officially turned into a spectacle with real stakes, and the contrast between the two sides. Stark, while Baldoni exuded quiet control, Blake appeared deeply shaken, her polished facade fractured, replaced by anxious glances and whispered conferences with her legal team. It was like watching two completely different dramas unfold simultaneously, one of calm confidence, the other of unraveling control. Now comes the inevitable debate. Is this evidence legitimate, or is it a calculated smear campaign designed to destroy Blake's credibility? The court has yet to verify the authenticity of the documents, but the reputational damage might already be irreversible. Her version of events is now under a microscope, and across the entertainment industry, the chatter is deafening. One thing is for certain, this legal battle is far from over. The next chapter could be even more explosive.
It would feel awkward when you're with a partner that's not this person and you have to act. Then don't be an actor. This is all about this intimacy moment of the scene. He's the director. I don't understand where he's crossed the line here. She's never said don't, let's do that. And she's very talkative. She's very in control of the scene. It's just weird. She would, if she's uncomfortable with this, why, a little bit less. She'll call anything out. But what was the line?
And they win! They won!
All right, cut.
I think we got plenty.
Yes.
Slow motion. It's going to be a 17-minute reel.
But yet there's a third take.
I'll go take one.
Very simple stuff.
This is why Blake Lively, I think, wanted the dailies. Not only to take over the edit, but to look for evidence.
And playback and background.
So this is, I guess, take 3 was just sort of background stuff. So they probably did it again, but more focused on some of the background. So they have B-roll, is what I'm imagining here. So anyway, as this is playing out, I'm curious what you guys think. We have about a minute or so of, a little bit over a minute of additional B-roll here, I guess, that they filmed for take 3. Oh, it's them. Okay, that's their feet. They're doing more B-roll of them dancing now. Hard to hear them. I'm muting the sound just because I know the music is always tougher. But here we get their feet dancing. Extra footage. Okay. They film a lot, guys. They film way more than they ever need to. That's every movie. That's not a knock at this movie. Okay. Shot of her butt. And he trying to grab her waist. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get much else from this final bit of footage, but there it is. This was the infamous abuse. I got cringe from both of them, if I'm being honest. I don't know. It's actors faking a scene. I didn't feel like he crossed the line. I don't feel like she actually she didn't cross the line either. I expected her to be all bullying, bringing up, this is what Ryan and I do, and you have a big nose. No, he brought that up on his own. She responded to him. So less of a bully in this, but definitely more of an exaggeration as to what is happening in this scene, without a doubt. This scene and the footage we're seeing and the reaction, their footage, that's the scene. So there it is. That's the end of that take. This footage to me doesn't line up with this at all. With this dragging his lips from her ear and down her neck. It smells so good. None of this was remotely in character or based on any dialogue, and nothing was needed because there was no sound. He didn't do that. He didn't do that at all. And she's laughing and joking and brings it up. Oh, it's my spray. Do you feel my beard? No, I feel it's probably my spray tan. She brings up, and then he's being nice. Yeah, it smells good. Well, that's the body makeup. They're responding, and there's been a lot of back and forth conversation that I don't fully understand what's the issue here. I don't. And again, one more time, I want to end on this. Slow dance. Sorry, I lost that last real quick. They slow dance. This is what was scripted. In the bar, patrons around them drinking, watching sports completely in their own world. So they're slow dancing in the bar.
The media frenzy surrounding Blake Lively's courtroom drama is reaching levels we haven't seen in years. Things have gotten so intense that there's real discussion about pushing the trial date up. Yes, you heard that right earlier. With headlines spinning out of control, the court is under pressure to get ahead of the narrative before it completely spirals. Now, picture the chaos outside the courthouse. Blake's vehicle is mobbed, swarmed by photographers climbing over barricades, and each other for a single frame or quote. It's a scene straight out of a high-stakes blockbuster, but this isn't a set, and there are no retakes. Blake isn't performing. This is her life unraveling in real time. Every emotion caught on camera. And it's not just the sidewalks that are on fire. Social media has exploded. Hashtags are trending worldwide. There's a full-on digital war, unfolding with hashtag Team Blake and hashtag Team Justin drawing battle lines. Every post, every tweet is loaded. Supporters and skeptics are duking it out in comment sections that have turned into chaos. To make matters worse, there are rumblings of trouble. On the home front, that seemingly storybook marriage with Ryan Reynolds, reporters caught him leaving their house with a suitcase. That could mean anything, but let's be honest. In Hollywood, it rarely means something good. Could one of Hollywood's most beloved couples be unraveling? Signs aren't looking too promising. Professionally, things are crumbling just as fast. Those high-profile movie deals and TV offers that used to pour in, sources say everything's been quietly shelved. Studios are keeping their distance, afraid of being scorched by association. It's like watching a glittering career come undone, one headline at a time. And the hits keep coming Blake's inner circle. It's shrinking rapidly. People who used to sing her praises, co-stars, collaborators, even longtime friends, are now ghosting her. The red carpet camaraderie, glowing press junkets, the carefully curated image, it's all fading. In Hollywood, loyalty tends to vanish when scandal takes center stage. As if that weren't enough. Sealed court documents, yes, confidential evidence somehow made their way online. Now it's open season for speculation. As accusations, wild guesses, and full-blown theories are running rampant. Every scroll fuels the storm. It's chaos in real time, and no one can look away. This is the downfall of a public persona built over a decade. The actress who once symbolized elegance, humor, and charm is now the subject of whispers and think pieces. Everyone's asking, was it ever real? Or were we only ever shown a scripted version of Blake Lively? But there might still be a light at the end of this dark tunnel. Hollywood's history is full of second chances. Look at Robert Downey Jr. once exiled. He staged one of the most iconic comebacks ever and became Iron Man. So is there a redemption arc waiting for Blake? As industry watchers say yes, but only if it's raw, real, and unfiltered. No more glossy PR releases, no more Instagram perfect captions. If she wants a shot at redemption, it has to start with truth and humility. The world doesn't want perfection, it wants authenticity. So will Blake Lively rise from the ashes and rewrite her story, or has the final chapter of her Hollywood fairy tale already been written? Stay tuned because this story is far from over.